I'm still here. Hi guys, it's me. I'm still vlogging. I'm home now, so I'm not in Orlando anymore, but you can tell by looking out my window at plain old Pennsylvania. I have been home for about 2.5 weeks now. 3 weeks tomorrow. Oh my god, I can't believe I've been home that long. And I will keep vlogging. You'll see I have a couple more vlogs coming up. Before I tell you anything about that, I do have an announcement. You guys have heard us talking about the update channel, and that is going to happen. I will link to it here, or if it's not by my hands, it'll be in the description box. It's going to be 4 of us. Myself, Kristen, Tara, and Megan. We are going to be uploading 1 video per week, taking turns, so that each of us individually will be posting about once every 4 weeks. The channel is going to be designed as if we were talking to each other, so the channel is mostly for us. It's that we can keep in contact with each other, see what's going on in each other's lives. So we will be talking to each other on that channel as opposed to me talking to you guys like it's been on my vlogs. But if you want to watch, we're not stopping you. You can go ahead and check it out. Our first video will be coming this Friday. One other piece of business I need to address before I get into any vlog type thingies is I know that when I first started my vlogs, I was really open about you guys talking to me and getting in contact with me, following me on social media, and that was really great because back then there was only about like 40 subscribers. I knew everyone really well, you know, before I got down to Orlando. And then my videos got way bigger than I ever thought they would be. I thought this was going to be like a little thing where a couple people watched and it was mostly going to be for me, but there's a good chunk of you out there who've been watching regularly. And my entire time that I was in Florida, I kept all my forms of social media open. Now that things have gotten a little bigger and now that I'm home, living my home life, being more involved in my personal life, I need to close some doors. The main one being Facebook. I've gotten tons and tons of friend requests from people who love the videos, and that's great, and I really appreciate it, but it's become an infringement on my roommates' privacies, not just mine. Kristen, Tara, Megan, Danny, I know they've all experienced people finding them on forms of social media, and I don't want my open door policy starting to infringe on other people, and it's gotten even a little too invasive for me. So I'm going to stop accepting friend requests from people that I don't know personally. If you're already my friend on Facebook, then hey, I'm not gonna unfriend you unless I have a reason to, so that's fine, keep talking to me. But I'm gonna stop accepting friend requests on Facebook and keep that in my little private nook. Otherwise, if you want to get in contact with me, go ahead and use the email in the description box. Follow me on Tumblr, send me asks. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm adding my Twitter to my little thingy below. But Facebook is gonna be... So I think that takes care of business. Awesome. One super cool thing I want to tell you about is I got an iPhone. Oh yeah, I did. I love it a lot. I'm way more active on the internet now, as if I wasn't enough before. I tweet like every 2 seconds. Oh, I got a message. And I'm in love with it, and I just want to share my love for it with everyone. Okay, sorry, I'll get serious now. So, vlogs. I'm home now. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop vlogging. There's still some things I want to talk about, some videos I want to make. Today, I'm going to be doing kind of like a wrap-up reflection type thing where we're gonna look back at my bucket list and see how much of it I accomplished. We're going to look at my ride counts. While I was in Orlando, I kept track of how many times I rode each and every ride and went to each and every park, including Universal. So that'll be fun to see what I rode the most. And last but not least, we're gonna look at some of the souvenirs that I got when I was down in Disney. After today, what comes next? I'm still going to do a video where I talk about things that I wish I'd known before I went on the program, things that people don't really talk about, and then you get to the program and it's kind of like a surprise because it wasn't like a big thing that people talked about. So I'm going to do a whole video just donated to those kinds of things. After that, I'm going to do a frequently asked questions video because I get a lot of questions on my email, on my Tumblr, even on Facebook, and instead of answering them over and over again, I'm going to put them all in one neat little blog. So if you have a question that you want answered, go ahead and put it in the comments, or you can send it to me on Tumblr or Twitter, and I will try to compile as many as possible and answer them all in one video. So now's your chance. Ask away. After that, I'm going to do a video where I talk about merchandise specifically as a role. So I might save some of your frequently asked questions for that merchandise video, and I'm going to talk about my work location, you know, goofies in more detail, what a basic day was like, the things I was asked to do, because people have asked about that a lot, and I never really got around to it while I was down in Orlando, so I'll talk about that. And then the last video that I owe you is a discussion about when I got to ride Expedition Everest and Dinosaur with the lights on. I won that as like a cast member contest type thing, and we were testing them, my magical wristbands, my Magic Plus, my Magic Experience, the new wristbands, and I wasn't able to film because it was, you know, a private high security type thing, but I can talk about it, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about that because I know I owe you that video. Aside from that, I'm fresh out of ideas, so if there's anything you want me to make a video about, go ahead and leave me some suggestions, and I'll do my best. So right here, I'm in my room in Pennsylvania where I live with my family. In a couple months, if I'm still vlogging, you'll see me go back to Wagner, which is where my videos first started, in my dorm room at Wagner. So I'll be heading back there on August 10th. But here in Pennsylvania is where I'll be spending my summer. This is where Kenny lives and all of my friends from high school live. So it's kind of nice. This is my room. This is where I grew up. Okay, let's move on to the bucket list. I'm gonna go grab my bucket list. Spoiler, I had dinner before I went to go get my bucket list. So I'm sorry if the lighting's different. Also, I apologize for that annoying black spot in the corner of my lens. I don't know what happened. I noticed it when I went back and watched the videos on the train ride home, is when I saw it appearing in my videos for the first time. No idea what happened. Anyway, bucket list. Here's my printed bucket list. It stayed on my bulletin board throughout my entire program, and whenever I completed something, I highlighted it. So, first thing was complete a 24-hour challenge. Check. Did that with lovely Megan. It was an amazing time. You saw the video, you know what happened. Great. I never had an all-day ride marathon. Like some people ride Tower of Terror 13 times, stuff like that. That never happened. Kind of a bummer. I wanted to visit all the resorts and explore Animal Kingdom Lodge, especially because I'd never been there and I was very interested in seeing it. So, out of all of the resorts, I went to All-Star Sports, even stayed there for a couple nights. I went to Caribbean Beach, Coronado Springs, Fort Wilderness, Animal Kingdom Lodge, and explored it like I wanted to. Beat Club, Yacht Club, Boardwalk, Contemporary, Polynesian, Wilderness Lodge, and Saratoga Springs. Got all those bad boys done. The ones I missed were All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, Pop Century, Art of Animation, which I'm really bummed about. Should have gotten in there and explored that at some point. Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter, and the Grand Floridian. But that's it. So I hit most of them, so that was good. I wanted to eat at Be Our Guest restaurant, which I did. For those of you who don't know, it changes from lunch service to quick service at lunch to full service at dinner. So lunch service I did twice. My very first day at Magic Kingdom, before I checked in at my program, me and my dad waited and got lunch there. And then when my family came to visit me, like halfway through my program, we waited for quick service lunch then as well. And then you saw the video where we went for table service. We made our reservation and went the night before Tara's birthday, and it was amazing. Go check it out. Even if it's just for lunch, it's worth waiting in line, and it's the coolest restaurant ever. This one I'm really bummed about the fact that I never did it. We never completed the night show trifecta. We never saw all 3 night shows in one night. And we really dropped the ball at the beginning of the program because that one is very dependent on park times and show times. At the start of the program, it was dark enough, early enough, that Fantasmic could be at 6:30. And Wishes was at 8 and Illuminations was at 9. So that would have been prime time to do this. I never took the keys to the Kingdom tour, mainly because I was pretty poor the whole time I was on my program. And I got to see the Utilidors during Traditions, so I wasn't going to pay to take the tour. I still want to do it though, because I know you learn a lot about Disney heritage, so that's for like my lifetime bucket list. In fact, I'll put it in my phone right now on my lifetime bucket list. Watch. In my iPhone. Whoa, freaking out. Play Sorcerers of Magic Kingdom. Did that. There was a good 2 weeks when it's what I did almost every day, and it was a lot of fun. Glad I had the opportunity to do that. Play the Perry the Platypus game at Epcot. Not as fun. You guys saw my video, Meg and I did it once, and it was not that impressive. But I did it. Eat the Kitchen Sink with help. Did that. It was an awesome experience. We did it on Dapper Day. It was super yummy. I wish we could have done it again because it was really good and it was a lot of fun. Go to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, did that. Got my own wand at Ollivander's. Technically I got Dumbledore's, but I got a wand. Go to Dapper Day, obviously did that. Go on a Dates Magic Kingdom with Kenny Visits, did that, it was nice. Go to cast member previews, kind of. Nothing opened while I was there for which there was a cast member preview, so I couldn't have gone to any because there weren't any. But I did enter that contest to ride the rides with the lights on, and I won that, and that was cast member exclusive. So that's kind of like taking advantage of what I was able to. So I count it as a yes. Go to both water parks. Only made it to Blizzard Beach once, which is kind of a bummer because I never got to do Summit Plummet, but I got to both of them, so it's fine. Learned to surf at Typhoon Lagoon. Never did that because I was too poor. See Lanuba. Wish I could have because we get decent discounts on the later shows. So I should have gone to see it, but I didn't. Same with Disney Quest. We get discounts. I still never went, even though I work at Downtown Disney. All these things at Downtown Disney that I never did, even though I worked there. Oops. Get my hair cut on Main Street. Never did that. Again, poor. I didn't get my hair cut at all, which is why you'll notice my bangs looked kind of messed up while I was down there. Yeah, I was trying to cut them myself. Mistake. Watch Wishes from the California Grill atop the Contemporary. Never did that. That would have been cool. I never got a Tower of Terror elevators with all CPs. I never completed the cupcake crawl. What's wrong with me? It was just eating cupcakes all day. Jeez, I'm stupid. Never bowled at Splitsville. Never even went inside, which is kind of a shame because I've heard it's really cool. I wish I could have seen it. I did stay in Disney World from open to close. I did that once with my family and on the 24-hour challenge day with Megan. I took several animation drawing classes at Hollywood Studios, so that was a success. I never had a day that was just for roller coasters like I kind of wanted to, but I rode the roller coasters a lot, so that's okay. I wanted to do all the Hidden Mickey scavenger hunts that come in the Hidden Mickey book. There's a scavenger hunt for each park and property in Disney World, and it would have been really cool to follow their clues to find the Hidden Mickeys and ride the rides in that order, but I never really did it, so oh well. I wanted to get a picture with each of the big six in each park. That did not happen. Not even that close. In Magic Kingdom, I got everyone but Pluto. At Epcot, I got Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, but I never got Donald or Daisy. Studios, I only got Donald or Daisy, and I didn't get any of them at Animal Kingdom. So, whoops. Not even close. I wanted to perform in the American Idol experience, but you cannot audition if you're a cast member. So, couldn't do that one. I wanted to ride Expedition Everest at night, but I never did that either. I wanted to buy a shirt from every park. Didn't buy one from a park. Not a specific park. Like, I didn't get a Magic Kingdom shirt in Epcot, blah, 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 because it's not what I was spending my money on. I got other shirts, just not... No. Collect a Fast Pass for all Fast Pass rides. That one I did, and I'm very, very proud. Let me show you. Here are all my Fast Passes that I collected on my program. Somehow I ended up with 2 Star Tours. Not really sure how that happened, but you'll also see here that I have Voyage of the Little Mermaid, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Winnie the Pooh, Primeval Whirl, Maelstrom, Space Mountain, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Peter Pan's Flight, Soarin', Everest, Midway Mania, Jungle Cruise, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Meet the Disney Princesses at Magic Kingdom, Meet Mickey Mouse at Magic Kingdom, The Barnstormer, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Mission Space, Journey of the Little Mermaid, Cali River Rapids, Splash Mountain from the day it reopened, Dinosaur, and Kilimanjaro Safaris. And then these are just some tickets from when my family came to visit me. The other really cool thing about my Fast Passes is the very last one I needed was Winnie the Pooh. And I got it on my very last day in the parks with my roommates. Went up, yay, this is my last one, put my little ticket in, my Winnie the Pooh Fast Pass came out, and then behind it came a surprise Fast Pass for Mickey's PhilharMagic. And the only way you can get a PhilharMagic Fast Pass is through a surprise one, where it just comes out of another machine as a little surprise. So it was kind of cool that on my very last Fast Pass, I got the surprise one with it. That was kind of awesome. Technically, there are 2 Fast Passes I'm missing. Those are Captain EO and Living with the Land. And the reason that I don't have them is because they are only available to get at peak times, like when it's so busy that you actually need a fast pass for Living with the Land. So I guess like the holidays, I didn't even see them handing them out during spring break. So anytime I tried to go get them, it was closed. But that's okay. I hate Captain EO, and Living with the Land doesn't really, I'm not that upset. I'll survive without them. Ride every ride, especially those I've never ridden before. I did not ride every single ride in Disney World while I was down there. There are some that I've ridden on past vacations, but I didn't ride on my program. There are some that I had never ridden before, but I did ride on my program, and then there's still some that after vacations and after my program I still haven't ridden. So we can take a look at that. Before I went down there, this is a list of rides that I had never ridden at all, even on past vacations. So out of those, I still have not ridden Magic Carpets of Aladdin, never, but I did see Hall of Presidents first time. I did Enchanted Tales with Belle for the first time. I did Journey of the Little Mermaid for the first time. Still have not ridden the Main Street Trolley. At Epcot, I saw Captain EO for the first time. Still haven't seen the Circle of Life movie. Still haven't been on Living with the Land. Actually, I think I was on that when I was 3, but I don't remember it, so I'm not going to count it. Hollywood Studios, never saw American Idol Experience. Still haven't seen it. Animal Kingdom, I did see Finding Nemo for the first time. Still haven't seen Flights of Wonder. Still haven't been on Triceratops Spin, but I went on the Wildlife Express train for the first time and went to Rafiki's Planet Watch and Conservation Station. So I kind of made some progress there. I wanted to take advantage of the ride tours for CPs, which I kind of did. None were ever offered to my work location. A lot of times they send out offers via work location, but I did get to do those rides with the lights on, so I'm going to count that. Instagram every hidden Mickey I find. No, I didn't Instagram once. Sorry. Start a Mickey ear collection. I did that. I'll show you when I do my souvenirs how many Mickey ear hats I have now. I think I have 5. So that's pretty good. Get a balloon on Main Street. I never did. Once I was down there and making money and spending money, it didn't seem like something worth buying anymore. Have my first Dole Whip. Did that and had plenty more afterwards. Make your own Mickey Mouse Rice Krispie treat. That one's like bittersweet because I actually ended up working at Goofy's making customized Krispie treats every day. So of course I made my own. I probably had my own every month. Max out on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Heck yes, I did that. Be on the big screen at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor Comedy Club. Did that, and you saw it. Be serenaded by the Dapper Dans. Did that. Get a picture on every ride that offers rides. Yes, we did that. Splash Mountain, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Space Mountain, Test Track, Spaceship Earth, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Expedition Everest, and Dinosaur. I think that's all of them. Get a DCP autograph book and get as many characters as I can to sign it throughout my program. I could have done better, and I'll show you that when I go through my souvenirs. There's a lot of empty pages there, but I got the important ones, so I'm content. Work in all 4 parks at least once. I did that. I'll show you guys some pictures of my things. Oh, and that was the other vlog I wanted to do. I'm going to talk about all the shifts I picked up. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but I'm going to do a vlog just talking about the different shifts that I worked. Ride Space Mountain with the lights on or go through it on the People Mover. Never happened. Disney Bound a lot. Disney Bounded twice. On our first meal at Chef Mickey's, I Disney Bounded as Belle, and then on our very last day, I kind of Disney Bounded as Wendy. It was a little forced, but I tried. Go to all 4 park openings at least once. I did all of them except for Studios. I was never at Studios at opening. Call the Epcot phone booth. Megan and I did that. Shoot the back of the robot's hand on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Yes, I found out where that was and where another Target was, so that helps me max out for sure. Watch A Kiss Goodnight at Magic Kingdom. I never did that. We wanted to do it on our very last night, but we didn't because we were too tired. One of my big term goals was to become a campus rep, and that did not happen. I did fill out the application when they became available, and then about 2 weeks later I got, you know, that generic email, your qualifications do not fit this particular job, but look at our other job openings and apply. And I talked to a lot of other people who got that same email and weren't invited to interview for the position. And based on what I've heard from talking to other people, this is what I think happened. I go to a school that is only 2,000 undergrad. It's a tiny little private school. When I was talking to academic advisement about doing this, they had one person go 6 years ago on the college program, and then there was me, and another girl who just graduated was going, but because she just graduated, she didn't need to even tell Wagner about it. So then 6 years, my academic advisement only dealt with 2 people going. So not a lot of people from my school are going to go, which is why I thought it would be a great position to have on campus, you know, to get more people going, to let more people know about it. But in Disney's perspective, why are they going to hire someone who at most is going to get them 2 to 3 applicants per semester? And so it wouldn't have been worth it to have a campus representative on such a small campus. So that's what it sounds like the reasoning was, based on some of the leaders I talked to and some of the coworkers I talked to. So that's what I'm going to tell myself. Makes me feel better about it. Next thing on my bucket list was get wrapped up in pin trading, and yeah, that happened. Maybe I'll do one video just for my pins, because there's like millions of them. Not millions, but I think I have like 500. Oops. No, not 500. That doesn't make sense. I have 4 lanyards full, okay? We'll leave it at that. The last thing on my bucket list was to make a post-it chart where every day you write something you learned, a magical moment you made, or a fun memory on a post-it. And we did this on an apartment-wide scale. We had that big bulletin board in our apartment. We had a bunch of post-its. We were doing them every day for the first 2 months. And then there weren't like any for March. It was like 4 for March, and then we never did another one again. I don't know why we stopped. I wish we had. But even though we only did them for a couple months, it was really fun to get together at the end of our program and read them all out loud and look back. For the people who are asking, I did film that when we were all sitting around and reading the post-its. But a lot of things were really personal. There was a lot of personal memories and moments shared, and it just felt like something that should be for us. You know, I share almost everything with you guys. That was going to be the one thing that we just kept for ourselves. Our own piece of the magic. You can't have any. Sorry. So that's it for the bucket list. I don't know. I think I did okay, all things considered. I am very, very pleased with how I spent my program and my spare time. Out of all of my scheduled days off, so not call-ins, but days where if I looked at my schedule, I was off, there were only 2 that I did not go to a park. One, I wasn't feeling so well, and the other I was dead tired and needed to catch up on sleep before a 6 a.m. shift the next day. But otherwise, I went to a park every single day off, and I am so thankful that I did. Because I've talked to people who were here on a program for 10 months, went to Magic Kingdom 5 times, and didn't see Fantasmic until their last week. So it's like, I'm just really glad I took advantage of it while I was there. Because now that I'm here, I would do anything to go back and go to those parks. So I would hate to be sitting here being like, man, I should have gone to the parks more. I'm sitting here knowing there was no way I could have gone to the parks more. I went as much as I could. So I'm very appreciative for how I spent that. Let me check my battery. Here's the deal, guys. I'm almost out of battery. And I need to charge my camera, and I want to get this video up before Friday so I can link you guys to the new update channel before my update channel video comes out. So I'm gonna go. I'm going to leave the video at that, just make it a bucket list video, so you can expect another vlog where I talk about how many times I rode each ride, where I talk about all the souvenirs I bought, and where I talk about all the pins I have, plus all the other stuff I mentioned at the beginning. Those will be vlogs hopefully throughout the summer. Again, leave your frequently asked questions in the comments, or message me on Tumblr, or email me, whatever you want to do. And if you want to see what's going on in the lives of myself, Kristen, Tara, and Megan, then go ahead and subscribe to the update channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!